Here is our array of ingredients for our wonderful cheesy spinach artichoke calzones. Of course, we're going to need a pizza crust, and I use 2 tubes. We have spinach. This is about ½ cup, and when you kind of wash it, drain it, and mush it and get all that water out, it becomes about 1/4 cup. Our cooking cream, our wonderful Philadelphia cooking cream, it's our savory garlic. This is one of my favorite cooking creams that they have. It is wonderfully garlic and flavorful. 1/4 teaspoon of our crushed red pepper flakes. Now for the cheese. Well, besides that cheese. We have about 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And you can add more or less. This is just, a guideline. I have about 2 cups of mozzarella cheese and a can of artichoke hearts. And our last item we have just regular marinara sauce. You can use, like, if you have half of a jar left or anything, any type of tomato. For dunking, it's going to taste really good. And these are our ingredients. So let's get started and cook some yummy calzones. I'm so glad I'm making this recipe tonight because it's cheesy, it's spinach, it's really good, and it's really fast because all the help from our cooking cream, our new savory garlic recipe. My husband and I are such big garlic eaters, and I would normally put garlic in this, and I don't even have to because Philadelphia cream cheese has these great new products, and I really am hungry and I want to get started cooking. So all we're going to do, and this doesn't involve the stove top, it does involve the oven. You have to turn it on, but that's easy. All this involves is some ingredients that I already went over. And so you're going to take your cooking cream, and it doesn't have to sit out like the old cubes. This you can let it out, just pull it right out of the fridge and put it in here. So I just have a glass bowl and a little spoonula, and you just spoon it in the bowl. I'm telling you, this recipe cannot be easier. It has basically 9 ingredients. It's so easy. So take our wonderful cooking cream and put that in there. I have my spinach already ready to go for me, and you just break it up. Just break it up like that. Our crushed red pepper flakes, I'm telling you, this is just a recipe. Just take it out of the fridge, out of the pantry, and dump it, and you're ready to go. All of my artichokes. I love this recipe, and what I was almost going to do, we had some leftover meat from last night, and I was going to throw that in here too, but I kind of just want to make it all veggies and hearty without the meat. But I would encourage you to do that. If you have any leftover chicken, oh man, chicken would be so good in this. Just imagine your favorite spinach artichoke dip and put some extra garlic in that, and that's what this is. And I hope the calzone word didn't scare you because you have to roll it out. You can even use this base and put it on top of a pizza. So you're not even having to create a calzone. You're just mixing it together and putting it on top of the pizza. Then we have our Parmesan cheese. And I forgot my salt and pepper, so I'm going to be right back. I came back. So put in your taste of salt and pepper. I would say around 1/4 to ½ teaspoon of salt and pepper. It gives it so much more flavor when you add these 2 wonderful things. You want to incorporate it because this is our filling for our calzones. They are going to be so good. And if you want to get a smaller chunk of your artichoke hearts, kind of just poke them. That's a technical term, right? Just poke them. And get a good mix in your mixture. Now I'm ready to lay out my pizza. And like I said, don't be fearful. It's so easy to do a calzone, and I think it's really fun. You can also sneak things in there for your kids, They won't even see it coming because it's all surrounded by yummy bread stuff. They won't even see it coming. So now I have all my stuff prepared and laid out, and I'm going to show you how I roll it out. It's so easy, okay? So I have my work surface here, and I want to take a little bit of flour, and I have mine with a little tablespoon, and just sprinkle your counter. Make sure your counter's, you know, clean, sanitary, so nothing sticks to the counter. And I've got my pan already ready. Just make it easier on yourself. I have my pan ready with a Silamat. These things are wonderful. I'm an avid baker, but I use them for anything because this pizza dough, it sometimes can get stuck. So if you don't have one of these, just give it a quick spray so that it doesn't stick and you don't have to fuss with anything. Spread out your stuff and have fun with this. I get this all over the place. I get it all over me, but that's really half the fun. So I have my thing, and this always, I hate this. Oh, I just, oh man, okay. Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. I got it. These things either scare me to death or they do that and then they don't open. So take out your roll and try to find the seam. And I'm sure you've done this before. This is a great quick dinner, really easy, fast. So it's just a big rectangle. I kind of flip it so it has flour. See, I'm already poofing flour everywhere. Give it a quick roll. Okay. Now take a knife, and all you're going to do is cut this in half. Okay. You're going to first put your mozzarella down, and I like lots of cheese. We're making a total of 4. So spare your cheese, knowing how much you have, if you too like cheese. Then we have our mixture, and think of also, you're dividing this by 4 as well. It's so funny because my first one's always really small, and my last one's just huge because I'm trying to put all of my mix in there. But you know what? It's going to be great, and your family's really going to love this. And, I'm not always a big spinach person. That's why I didn't put a lot of spinach in here. And you could always, extra cheese. I'm not a big spinach fan, but this I actually really liked. So I just folded that over. I kind of flatten it a little bit so it kind of spreads out a little bit this way. Now I really need to crease the edges, so I'm getting a fork out. And all you're going to do is press the seams together to make sure that it doesn't come oozing out during the baking process. Now I have an egg wash here, and this isn't always something you have to have. I, however, really like the color, the little bit of a crust it gives on the pizza dough. So go ahead and, it's 1 egg and just a splash of water. I want to also put in a little notch for a breather hole so it'll steam out and it'll cook a lot better inside. There's nothing really raw on the inside, but it gets a lot more cooked. So we just take this carefully and then place it on the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and do this next one. So now they're in the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and start my second batch. You can also prepare a salad or any other side you want while you're waiting for the calzones to cook. You can also start heating up your marinara sauce, is a good idea too. My creamy spinach artichoke calzones just came out of the oven. Look how beautiful, rustic. They have the flour on it still. It's very organic. I love it. I have my dipping sauce, and I have just a salad, Italian style, to keep in the, with the whole theme of it. So I'm just going to go right in and take a bite, and oh man. I mean, look at the size of this thing. Your kids are going to be like, wow, it's huge. Oh, the artichoke with the cheese. I swear, there's so many cheeses in here, including our Philadelphia cooking cream. This is really good. Super easy. And like me, I'm starving. My husband's over there. He's starving. And after a long day at work, this is exactly what I want to come home and cook. So it's fast. Have a great day, and I hope you make this recipe.